everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo Hard Mode. My name is Chiefnadia, I am the Gaming Empath, and I play games like Planet Zoo, and in these series, I am playing Planet Zoo in hard mode, and to see how hard it actually is. So in the previous episode we added these vivariums mainly for cash reasons, because we need to build up cash a lot. I feel it's not going that strongly, but at the same time that could also be because I'm playing this game in hard mode, who knows. We also made a habitat for the giant tortoises. Aren't they amazing? So yeah, and the next step what we're gonna do is I want to add another habitat over here, which will hopefully also attract more guests to these vivariums, and it will attract more monies, and hopefully the mechanics have researched some more drinks and food places, but also the habitats barriers. They're also researching that. They just completed something. Let me check. We are also, indeed, that's right, we are researching the staff facilities and the barriers and not the food places, because we also need to build on this staff area further, because we only have the ability to put in one small keeper's hut, but I want to add a large keeper's hut here in the center that can be used for all this, for this entire area. And hopefully when this area is done, we are building up cash faster than we are now, because I mean the profit last year was 6,000, which was great, but I remember a time where we had a profit of like 10,000. And I think the reason I think it was not like a great idea to add these vivariums. They always, when I place the vivariums, they like cost a lot and it all goes wrong. But at the same time, we also didn't research them fully. Let me see. Are the vets researching? Yeah, they're researching. I have a feeling that also when the vets researched all the animals that we have, it is going to change a lot and people are going to actually donate more. What I also am gonna do, because that could also make a change, I think I'm going to add a speaker, and I'm going to add a speaker for the Gila monster, because that is the highest researched animal at this moment that is in the vivariums, and hopefully that will add some more how do I'm gonna put this, like that people are gonna donate more. So let me place that. I'm just gonna plop it in the in the ceiling, you guys. This is nothing fancy right now, because we are going to do that another time. I'm going to add this. I'm going to make this like it surrounds all the vivariums, even though, you know, these animals have nothing to do with it, but I think that's fine. I just want to attract some more guests. Okay. That is all fine. So now you guys know my plans for this episode, and we are going to start building on this new habitat. But first we got to conclude which animal we are going to add. So let's see, we have 1,000 credits, which is not bad. We also have enough money to buy a new animal. I want to have a high attraction animal again, because of course we need the monies. So we are going to the trade center, and I'm going to use a filter to see which animal has a, well, the lion. I know the lion has a high attraction rate, but I don't want to put in a lion yet. I also don't want to do any monkeys, although they have a high attraction rate. They can be really tricky to manage. I want a more easier animal. I also don't want a tiger. Well, there's a lot of things that I don't want. But we need something that we do want. I want to start building, damn. Could we do a panda? Let me check the Zoopedia for the giant panda. I never used a panda in this game before, so that would be really exciting. Panda, 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 panda. Oh, here. Okay, class 4 are climbable 2 meters. They don't need... Oh, they can't climb, but they don't need any climbable stuff. Okay. 900 square meters. I mean, that's doable. A panda can live on it. Oh, so I just need 1 panda and then we're fine. Maximal 10 males. Oh, they can live with... They can live... Okay, so this seems to be an easy animal because it's also neutral to people. And it has a high attraction rate. So I think I'm going to use a panda, guys. So let's search for the panda only. Panda, where are you? Panda. Why is this not in... Oh, wait. No. Why is this not in alphabetical order? This is something that I am so annoyed about. Alright. So we got a girl. Oh, that is almost dying. So that is not a great idea. Ooh, we got this male. Okay. This male. It's a little bit sick. But we're going to manage. We can put him in the quarantine or something. You will be fine. We have, okay, a female. No. I do feel we need another female and not a male. Can we also like make it for cash and conservation credits filter? Yeah, okay, there's no cash pandas. No cash pandas. So we're going to come back later. We just need 1 panda for now. Anyways, they can live on their own, which is great. And they need 900. Let me see. How big is this habitat? This habitat is... See, it's 1,000. Oh. So if I make it as big as this, we're fine. That's great. Okay, let's... I'm going to plan this habitat out. In the meantime, you guys can enjoy the speed build. I will be talking over the speed build. I am going to start the speed build now. All right, let's do this. I don't know if you guys can hear the sound in the background of like a drilling machine. You will be maybe hearing it on and off because we are doing some construction on the house on the backside. Some people already know, but I am working on building a studio behind my house. Well, not actually me, but me with the help of my partner and my dad and friends. And it's a lovely project which I am very, very, very happy and blessed with. And I hopefully can work soon in my studio. I am also a photographer for the people that don't know, and videographer. Although YouTube is very, very new to me, all that kinds of stuff, I do make videos like introduction videos for companies, but also family photography and all that kinds of stuff. But we're in Planet Zoo right now and we're making a panda habitat. The thing is that I kind of regret not building on a grid because it would make making barriers so much easier. Now I need to work with this wonky ass curves in the barriers, but that's okay. I really also want to practice with that anyway, so it's no biggie. So once I made the pad, I was thinking like, okay, I need a viewing platform that is more higher up so the guests can see those pandas better. I think it will also help with the attraction rating, but also with donations and stuff, because visitors generally love these viewing platforms that are like higher up. It sort of gives them a more overview of the whole habitat instead of just one plain like down view. Oh, what I was doing here, I was looking up if the pandas can actually swim, but they do swim. I did read that, but I didn't seem to get them to swim. I was trying to put them in the water but they just wouldn't swim. So I was like, okay, maybe the article is wrong, maybe I'm wrong, who knows. Of course, you know, I don't want to be wrong, but but I think I am wrong. So I started to make these glass walls, which of course I'm going to change into a stronger wall later with glass. But I was testing out how big I was going to make this underwater viewing platform for the pandas. So yeah. Then I thought, you know, I leave this middle part. It was ugly anyway. I'm going to make that a full barrier. And I'm going to put in some education panels in that later. I completed the barriers below all the path and stairs. In the future, I want to build like a sturdier construction below this path and like a proper building. But I'm going to do all that when I completely researched my buildings. I mean my teams, when I completely researched my teams. So here I was going to put the water in. And I figured it would be nice if I had some ground sticking out here and there where the pandas can like maybe walk on or sit on. And I tested it with the transferable, I think that's the word, area. But it did show that they could walk over there, but they won't. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm already spoiling it for you guys this early in this episode, but they won't go in the water. And I don't know. Maybe, you know, it does say they can, but you know, who cares? We are happy with the pandas like they are. They don't need to go in the water if they don't want to. So here I was also changing the fence. I wanted like an open fence so people have a good view in this habitat. But I also figured like I need to use a lot of foliage because the pandas, although they have a neutral relationship with humans, animals in this game that have neutral relationships with animals, they still can get very anxious and stressed out when they are viewed by a lot of people. So that's why I think also that like underground type of cave is good, so they can hide from the people that are on the viewing platform that basically have a view on them all the time. So here I put in my male panda. I check and I noticed that I still need to make these fences non-climbable, which I do. I chose both sides first, but I thought that was ugly. So I just chose one side. And I resized the barriers here and there a little bit to make it look a little bit more neat. I checked the power and it's a great thing to see that it is like perfectly around this habitat, so I can put education boards everywhere, I can put lighting everywhere, so that is really, really good. So here I am doing the terrain work. I am adding some rock texture into the little ponds as well as some earth texture. I mix it up here and there a little bit, try to make it look realistic. Add some more earth where the sun doesn't shine a lot, like under the viewing platform, but also I made this like little hill where I'm going to put a feeding platform on later. So I don't know, it just gives some kind of perspective that it is like a separate segment for the animals to like eat. And if they are higher up, when people are watching, I just figured like when people are watching the animals and there are like also people watching in the back, they have to be able to see the animal as well. So that's why I put the feeding platform a little bit higher up so people can see the animal better. Also for the people in the back. Here you can see me add some more rock work. I really love using rock work, although it is very time consuming. But yeah, everything is time consuming in this game. This game is basically Planet Zoo, aka time consume. Yeah, I use this rock work a lot throughout this habitat and made sure it, you know, it complements the whole habitat and the nature around it. And this is my favorite part, because when I think of pandas, I just think of bamboo. So I just wanted all the bamboo everywhere, because, you know, it's just so typical. When I think of a panda, I just think of a panda eating a bamboo stick. It's just, I don't know. It's just what I also can't wait until the vets have researched the pandas fully, and there is this one food enrichment item that is a literal bamboo stick, and I really want them to use it. It's just so cute. Here I was looking at what tree I wanted to add. I really love these pink trees. They're so beautiful, but it was just too much for this habitat. I feel like if I'm gonna use that kind of tree, it should be like the center of attention of this habitat, which it couldn't be because there was so much else going on, and it was, I don't think, big enough for it to be a center of attention. The habitat was not big enough. So I just used other type of foliage, and I used a tree that was still like very, very beautiful and a little weird looking, but still, you know, complements the rest of the habitat color wise. Here I'm going to use some more rock work. I figured I also will put some rocks here and there within the habitat, make the ground a little bit, you know, more like texturized. But the thing is, I also like the look of it because it looks more man-made. If you get what I feel, like if you get what I feel, if you get what I'm saying, it looks like people made this habitat, which is logical because it is a zoo. You want it to look natural, but at the same time, it's also like, oh yeah, this is a zoo. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I also figured I would use these new sleeping beds. I mixed it up with the regular hay ones, but I also wanted to use these leaves, and I noticed how much they complement the area nature-wise. You can really use these new sleeping beds to add a more like bushy area somewhere in the habitat. So I think it's really nice that you have, again, a object in Planet Zoo that you can use for multiple occasions. And that is just what I love about this game. When you have an object, it's just you cannot just use it for one thing. You can use it for so many other things, and you can be so creative with every object. I also don't have a lot of enrichment items yet for the pandas because we, of course, need to research them. So I added some climbable areas for them, which I hope will contribute a little bit more to their happiness. Checked if they can access it, which they can. I make sure it looks a little bit realistic, and there are like poles that actually carry this climbable area. I checked how guests have view on it. I also added some climbable branches, which to me it looks a little bit weird though, because pandas are really big and those climbable branches look really small. I don't know how they can hold like a panda that weighs, I don't know, a lot. But yeah. So here I added some railings to the lifted pad, and I also noticed I couldn't add railings to the stairs because it was blocked by the water, and I was like, well, I'm not going to delete these stairs because that possibly could mean that I could not replace them because it's being blocked by the water. So I just leave it like that, and I will add a custom railings later on when I will do the full theming of this park. The plan is that I will just leave all the habitats as it is, but I'm just going to give them a sort of a makeover, like a refresh, and and add some railings here and there, some more nature here and there, some custom education boards. That is at least the plan, but it will be done after I completely finished all the themes and I have all the building materials that I needed, because I do have some preferable items. For example, the wooden poles from the Arctic pack, Like the beams, not the poles, the beams, like the bigger beams. I love those because they are in different sizes. They have a perfect like neutral wooden color, and they are not climbable, so you can use them within habitats as well. So I use them a lot because I also love using wood in this game. Here you see me add some coolers, and the pandas, the South American biome is actually too hot for the pandas, so I hope the coolers won't cost me too much money in this game, but I had to add them, of course, for the pandas. That brings us to the last part of the speed build, you guys, and now we are going back into real time. All right, we are back. We just finished making this panda habitat, and the visitors already thinking that the tickets are way too expensive, so we are on the right track. If we can up the price for the tickets, that means we are on the right track, people. I just upped it with 1. Let's see what is gonna happen. The thing is, though, this habitat is gonna cost us some money because we used coolers, and coolers cost, of course, costs. They cost things like power usage and stuff. But people love the panda. It also has a high attraction rate, so it has to be. Let's see if we can... Wait, the visitors still think the tickets are too low. So we're gonna up that again. They still think it's too low. That is really good. Okay, I'm gonna do 8. But let's go for a minute to the trade center, because I want to see if I can see a female panda. Let's see, giant panda. Here we are. Filter. Oh, we got one here. Oh, it's another great one. But we got this one. Should we try? Should we go for it? We'll go for it. We could just go for it. It was not that bad. It was not that bad. I mean, the panda was not like... It was like, you know. So I hope they will mate. I hope they will get lots of babies and give me lots of monies. Yeah. Oh, I just noticed that if visitors are saying there's a lot of damaged stuff over here. Ooh, we need to take a look at that. Well, it's just one trash can, people. Can you not live with one broken trash can? Oh, yeah. We just got one trash can that is destroyed and people are already complaining. I mean, people, can you give me a break? Let's see if the keepers also can keep up with the pandas. Because otherwise we need an extra keeper. But all seems fine. Yeah, let's fast forward a bit. So, oh, the new female panda arrived. Yay! I hope you make lots of babies. So yeah. Oh, they are sometimes I cut it off, but right there. But sometimes I'm getting like notifications that some of the animals are not doing well, like these vivarium animals, and sometimes the panda. So it's kind of iffy, but it's like coming and then it's gone again. So, you know, not really bothered. I hope they have a good site on this panda as well. I think people are loving this platform. Visitors always love platforms that are like higher up. What I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna add a speaker. I'm gonna use this one. I'm very limited. I feel still very limited in my design options because I haven't had the opportunity to research the the tropical theme fully. But I am gonna do that, and I'm gonna give this starter segment of this park a full makeover once I do. Let's see, this is the giant panda. Let's up this. Yeah. All right. Great. So I think the people below here are also gonna hear the speakers. I don't know if this underwater viewing area is actually going to work, to be completely honest. Because I looked it up and pandas can swim, but I don't see any people going to it. So, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they're gonna swim, maybe not. Anyway, you guys, that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see me stream Planet Zoo, then check out the social media links down below. I also have Instagram, and I am currently busy with a community zoo project where I let my Instagram followers choose my habitat. So if you want to join that madness, then please follow me on Instagram so you can vote on the polls, and be sure to keep an eye out on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next episode. Have a nice day and bye.